Victoria houses looked very different when husband and wife team Johan and Sasha Ulefier grew up here. A skilled designer who specializes in upcycling old furniture, one day Sasha was surfing the net and spotted the idea of reusing shipping containers as giant building blocks. That was it. She had to build her own container home, and she did.
Keep calm and carry on. I'm now even more intrigued to find out what's behind these walls.
Come on in and I'll show you.
Sure.
The wallpaper was custom made, and there isn't an off-the-shelf item in sight.
I can already see that you and Johan are fun people to be around. Do you enjoy creating unique spaces in your home?
Yes, we love it. And part of it is to go on a treasure hunt finding new and unique pieces.
This room has quite a film feel to it.
Actually, the barber's chair behind you is a prop from a movie set. It was in a terrible state, but we reupholstered the whole thing, had all the pieces redone and put it back together again.
I guess that's the fun part, taking old pieces and giving them new life.
Definitely. Actually, our TV cabinet was something that we brought over from our old house. It's the airline food containers. They store the food on the airplanes on it. Then we've got some new things like the 4 ottomans with a piece of glass on top as a coffee table.
Since you're the director of this home, I'll let you take us to the next scene.
The kitchen's steampunk style is a mix of Victorian steam-age design with influences from history, science fiction and fantasy.
What inspired this?
The main idea behind our kitchen was started with our antique French cupboards. We had the metal inserts put into it to create that steampunk feel. And then there's a big use of different textures, glass, wood, stainless steel. With the copper, for example, we created this big dining room table which is completely clad in copper.
Do you travel overseas to get these pieces?
Some of them we have brought home when we've traveled overseas. But we kind of, wherever we find something, you find things in stranger places.
I'm quite interested to see the container on that wall because it's really quite a unique feature. So Sasha, it's an actual container.
Yeah, you're standing in 3 shipping containers. They were 6 meters each and we turned them onto their side. So basically where you're standing right now is actually where the doors were. And the floor is up above you.
Wow. You guys really must have had fun building your home.
Yes, I think it was very high risk, high reward, and we're very happy with how it's turned out, and it definitely does maintain that industrial feel.
This is an interesting take on a table.
This is actually an old workbench. As you can see, it's got the vice on the end there. We placed the stove in the middle of it and put glass top on, and I think it creates a good feel with the industrial look, with it being wood and everything.
I can't help but sing Sho, sho, loza, sho. I think it's just fitting for where we are. This is quite a unique space. It actually looks like an old ship.
This is our reading corner or reading nook.
And is this an actual piano? Because it looks a bit like it.
We bought a piano which we later found out was untunable. I then decided it was time to get creative, and so the light was born.
Wow, it looks really, really amazing. Can I play?
Well, if you want to know more about the container, let's go outside and you can talk to Rian and Johan.
Architect Rian Visser, who worked on their last house, actually did his thesis on container living. It was fate.
Sasha's a very creative person. How did you reach a balance within your home?
I think creative is an understatement. She is absolutely spectacular when it comes to design. As an engineer, I have to implement a lot of the ideas she has, and often it's a case of she wants something done and my first reaction is we can't do that, but that answer she doesn't accept.
Rian, from an architectural point of view, this home is something I've never seen before.
The biggest challenge was to not overuse the container inside the design, to keep it simple and to make it also effective and that it must work.
How did you use the containers that it wasn't overdone but looks quite balanced?
We only use 3 containers in the front. We turn them upside down, and in the front area we achieved it by horizontally plugging, as you can say, the container into the guest bedroom and using it as a bathroom.
Everything is on the same level except that area over there.
That's something that Sasha's always dreamed of, entertainment area upstairs. It's great for having sundowners, having some friends around, just relaxing in general.
It's got a great view and you kind of feel free when you're up there.
And the grass is a definite feature. Are you guys low maintenance people?
Johan doesn't like to...
You know it. I don't like mowing lawns or anything. But it's also an environmentally friendly option. You know, there's no watering. It's sustainable.
And I think on the design side, it helps soften the outside with the hard design of the house.
Well, it just keeps getting more interesting.
The tiles hide the one thing that didn't work. They're coloured cement floors, but that's forgotten now. As for the master suite...
Wow! I would have never expected anything like this.
It's inspired by the 1920s Art Deco scene. As you can see with the strong black and white chevron pattern tiles in the semi-enclosed wet area. We have the upcycled pharmacy, which holds my collection of vintage pharmacy bottles. Our bathroom cabinets are old airline trolleys, which I bought at a second-hand shop.
And the chandelier, it's almost like when you take a bath and the bubbles just stay up in the air.
So I love that chandelier so much that I sold my tab to get it. There's nothing better than lying in the tub looking up at that light.
Now, Sasha, if I was a guest, where would I stay?
Let me show you.
I'll follow.
Even in this more subtle design, there is so much going on.
So this is our guest bedroom, and this is where we use the fourth container.
I would have never thought that that was a container. What's been so fascinating about your home is that every door we've walked through has opened us up to a different mystery.
I've put a lot of my heart and soul into the house. For example, in this room we've used what should have been on the ceiling, on the walls, and we've used bird cages as lamps.
Well, I think you've mastered the art of making a home an accessory, and this is an accessory I'd like to have.
Can they top this? Maybe with a houseboat on a mountain.